morning everyone, and welcome back to another vlog. Today I am heading to London via multiple trains because I didn't want to fly. So I am getting the train to Breda and then from Breda to Brussels, where I will get the Eurostar at Brussels to London St Pancras. Why am I going to London? If this is the first video of mine that you have clicked on, hello, thank you for being here. My name is Hazel McBride. I am a Scottish fantasy romance author. My debut novel, A Fate Forged in Fire, came out in May. If you do like author life vlogs and this is why you've clicked on this video and you want more bookish content, then please subscribe because I have so many videos for you. You can look through the back catalogue at the moment and I think like the last 6 vlogs were all the book tour. But I'm really excited to film this trip for you guys. I always enjoy going to London as much as I miss like my husband and my dog. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to my dog. And I think it's harder for me actually to say goodbye to my dog than it is to say goodbye to my husband because the dog doesn't know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to Bookfest, which is one of the biggest book events of the year. It's in the biggest Waterstones in the UK, potentially the world, Waterstones Piccadilly. I'm going to be signing books there with a lot of other incredible authors, and then later on I have an event in Covent Garden with Holly Race, who wrote 6 Wild Crowns. These are the 2 books I had on the shelf, but I'm meeting Laura Stephen for lunch prior to Bookfest because we're friends, and then my event in Covent Garden is with Holly Race, who wrote 6 Wild Crowns. So if you want to also see some other incredible authors, look at the edges on these books, like insane. Then stick around. I don't actually think that's going to be in this vlog. I think it's going to be in next week's, but you know, subscribe and like and all that jazz. But today, like I said, you're going to have my travel to London, and then when I get there, I'm actually going straight to a publishing meeting. So I get off the train at St Pancras and then I need to go to London Bridge to meet my new editor and my new marketer. Okay, let's get into this. So in the interest of being transparent, I'm now going to talk about it, but there's obviously still like rules of professionalism, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But basically 2 weeks after my book published, I lost my entire publishing team because they all got new jobs, which is great for them. I'm not going to go into the details of the reason why they all left at the same time. That's their business, that's nothing to do with me. But it means that there's a bit of a tumultuous time right now at my publisher that is not only affecting me, that is affecting every author who is involved. I'm very lucky, or I feel lucky, that this happened after publication. So my team who, you know, were so passionate about the book, who bought the book, who've championed it from like for the last 2 years since they've had it, they set it up really well. So they basically put all of the plans in place for pre-publication and over-publication, and then we just let, you know, the cards fall as they may. Yes, we had the mess up of the 700 pre-orders going out. That was none of their faults, and is absolutely not the reason behind anything going on. So I felt lucky, and obviously thanks to all of you readers, we made it onto the Sunday Times bestseller list, which is incredible, and it was the best outcome, you know, we could have hoped for. But it does mean that like I finished the UK book tour and I came back here to do the Dutch book tour. And that was all going really, really well. And it felt like, okay, I'm on the ground and I'm hearing feedback. And then it was kind of like, oh God, what's happening now? Because internally there's been a lot of reshuffling. You know, I'm so happy, like my editor got a promotion and a new job, like fantastic for her. The executive publisher also went to a new role, which was also a step up for her. Like, they're so lucky to have her too. My wonderful marketer, Emily, like, she again got like her dream job. Like, I'm so, so happy for them. Sucks for me. But my new team is not completely alien to me either. So my new UK editor was my previous editor's assistant. So she is familiar with the book and we've known each other for a while and stuff. So we're just getting to kind of learn each other's like working style now as more of a closer relationship. So that's why we're having a meeting today. And then I'm also meeting my new marketer because my new marketer is actually from a different imprint. So I'm technically with Dialogue and she's from Quercus. So we've never met before. So it's going to be really interesting to kind of have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions to ask both of them. My agent's going to be there as well, so hopefully we can get like clarity and answers, because I also know it's been difficult for them as well because they're like in the thick of it. So yeah, it's something that's kind of impacted a lot of people, and we're just kind of navigating it as best we can. So yeah, it's just one of those things that kind of sometimes comes out of nowhere in the publishing industry. I know so many authors that have similar stories of like the rug being pulled from underneath them, and it's kind of what it felt like. But again, I can't complain too much because the book has done really well. So, and I also have the US team, which is amazing. Like nothing on the US side has changed for me. I still have the same editor has been with me since the beginning, and they're all very like stable over there. My God, please, I hope it continues. You know, so that's good. And a lot of things, even with book one, were very US led. So I think that's been helping things as well, because I'm not just with the UK, I'm like across the pond as well. So that's definitely helping. But I've been yammering on, so I hope you don't mind that. But that is the plan for today. I'm obviously taking my laptop, gonna try and get some work done on the train. Let's go. I'm a little bit early for the train, but I'm hoping everything is on time today. I'm technically getting an earlier train than I have to. Like I could have gotten one in like 30-45 minutes and I still would have made the Eurostar on time, but the trains here are susceptible to delays. So I thought, let's just give myself a bit of extra time, but I just had to say goodbye to my dog. It's so much harder saying bye to my dog. And like, my mother-in-law drove away and his little face was just like looking out of the window of the boot at me, and it broke my heart. I'm only gone for like 4 days, but like I hate it so much. Fun fact is that I also actually paid for a first class ticket from here to Brussels, because it was only 11 euros more expensive, and it is an hour-and-a-half train. So I thought, you know what, for a bit more peace and quiet, that's worth it. So I made it to Brussels, but I realised as soon as I got on the train at Tilburg, I'd forgotten my headphones. So I just had what felt like the longest train ride in the world. I was very glad that I had splurged on the first class ticket because it was quieter, but I had wanted to get some work done. And obviously I'm taking a lot of trains in London. I want to get work done in London as well. Headphones are a necessity, so now I'm in the Haymath and trying to have a little look and see if they just have a cheap pair that I could get. Like, I think these will have to do, but like these are empty, and also these are like, oh, I just broke the thing. They're like locked on. So I'm gonna have to go ask what that's about. Okay, goods secured, and let's hope they work. This station is so ridiculously busy, I can't cope, but we found a prep, and it's time to get a coffee before getting on the Eurostar. Merci, bonne journée. So I also got my headphones and they work, thank God. I had a mini panic where I thought, oh my God, they're not going to be charged, so I wouldn't be able to like actually use them on the train. And it's thrown me for a loop a little bit, forgetting that, and then obviously having to like listen to all of the noise on the train, even though I was in first class. I know it's a very first world problem to have, and I'm lucky that I can afford to just buy like a 20 euro pair of headphones when I get here. But yeah, I'm just praying that everything is okay with the Eurostar, that it goes smoothly, and I make it to London. Now, coffee, and then Eurostar. Okay, we've made it through security at the Eurostar, and we are now in duty free, which honestly looks just like a duty free in an airport. It's just a little bit smaller. It is very, very warm in here, and I think I'm just gonna go and find myself somewhere to sit. It's not the nicest like terminal. I think they're actually potentially doing it up, but it looks quiet actually compared to what I was thinking. Especially for the summer holidays, I thought it would be a lot busier than this. Okay, we have made it to London. Eurostar was very smooth, it was all on time, it was very busy. Once we got to Lille, all the families that were visiting Disneyland Paris got on. But it was fine. I'm just very glad that I bought myself some poor quality headphones, shall we say, but we survived. Now I have about 30 minutes to get over to London Bridge to get to Grind, which is where my meeting is. And I can get a train from this station to London Bridge, so that's what we're doing now. It's always a bit of a juggle when I have my little, you can't see it because this camera won't go down, my little red case vlogging at the same time, because I don't then have like a free hand to get in and out of my bag or juggle stuff. So if things are a bit choppy, that's why. Okay, made it to London Bridge. Let's see if I can navigate my way without my phone, because I don't want it to get stolen. I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. I'll find out sooner rather than later, because it's only a 3-minute walk from the station, so if I'm not going the right way, I will soon find out. It's actually quite windy in London today. I'm getting blown about the place. I hate that I look like such a tourist with my bag. I feel like it just makes me a target. Welcome to London. Red buses everywhere. If you want more London vlogs from me, scroll back, because I've made loads of them, both here for like book stuff and just visiting friends. I'll maybe try and link a couple of the good ones. Well, they're mine, I should say they're all good, but you know. I see my agent, but she hasn't spotted me, and we're wearing like the exact same outfit. She's just almost there. That's it, there on the corner. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right, let's be in, let's be having you. See if I can. They're in the corner. Hi! Yeah. I have cameras out all the time.
Okay, I do. It's the most healthy.
Like, you're trying. Meeting is over, and as predicted, I didn't film very much, but the winds have blown me and my agent Kira into a Nando's. So we're gonna scarf down some dinner, I think, and then I'll be heading back to my hotel. It's quite a bougie Nando's though. Like, it's huge. Very bougie.
So is this your classic?
Yeah. My case is making the most annoying noise going over this bridge. That's so embarrassing. But I'm walking over the Millennium Bridge now on the way to my hotel. Nando's was absolutely demolished. God, London's so pretty in the sun though. Like, I feel like I say this every time I'm here. I'm not a city person, but there's something about London. I don't think I've ever been over this bridge before. But lovely view of St. Paul's Cathedral, and then out over the Thames. Hello, editing Hazel here. This vlog ended very abruptly because I got back to the hotel, took all of my makeup off, had a shower because, you know, a whole day of travel and then walking around London. I got into bed, I called my husband, scrolled TikTok, and then I realised I hadn't finished the vlog and I was not getting my camera back out. But yeah, the meeting went really, really well. Even though it's a new team, they seem very on it. I was very happy to finally meet my new marketer. She's lovely. She also made an appearance in the Bookfest vlog, if you've already watched that. And I was kind of considering putting together my London days into one vlog, but I actually ended up having enough footage just to have this one kind of stand by itself. So this was just like a travel to London day. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I always enjoy sharing these things with you, but yeah, vlogging can be quite difficult when I'm juggling a backpack, a bag, a case, my DJI for YouTube, and then also vlogging on my phone for TikTok and stuff. So it does get to be quite a lot. So anyone who can spare like a thumbs up, which then pushes the video out to more people, or a little comment, and obviously subscribe if you haven't already. It really does make a difference. I enjoy filming for YouTube. It's the one that I rewatch the most, and it's the only social media platform that makes me money. So, if you could spare a like and a subscribe, I would appreciate it, and I will see you all next Sunday.